Hello everybody, this is Felipe Martinez, Platinum Agent out of Phoenix, Arizona. Very excited to go over something that we're actually doing with our organization, really to make sure people are having the most amount of success when they're getting started with Seacret. We know that the lifeblood of our business is really new people getting started as Seacret agents within our business, and we definitely want to make sure that they're having as much success as possible. So what we did is we actually have what's called a blueprint for success, and this is kind of a checklist that as you're getting a new agent started, that you're just going to definitely want to make sure that you go over that topic during the course of you launching that new agent. So whether you're sitting down with them one-on-one over a cup of coffee, meeting them at over a kitchen table, or Skype, or over the phone, or over something like that, these are definitely things that are going to really get your agent started the right way. And you want to kind of think about it that if you were getting you started and you wanted to get you started the right way to really launch your business the right way, what are some things that you would need to know? And if you're one of those people that are very detail oriented, I want you to kind of do me a favor and resist the urge to try to know everything and really just know the fundamental basics to get your feet on the ground and really get your walking and getting some momentum going in the right direction. So the first thing we're going to look at this blueprint checklist here is what we call the website. Now, I know that seems so ridiculously simple, but you'd be extremely surprised with how many agents that when they sign up, they've gotten started, but they don't know what website Seacret has. So it's very important when you're launching a brand new agent, especially when you're able to do it in person. You want to bring a laptop, an iPad, something, even an iPhone, something that you could actually go online with so you can show people the website. Obviously, sometimes a bigger screen makes it a little bit easier to see. But really just so people can see seacretdirect.com. People can see that they go on the top right-hand corner to log in. From that point forward, obviously the next information is the username. Very important because obviously to log in, they're going to need to know the username. So you're going to want to write this down on their username and password. That way that, they have that there to go off of. So username and password, obviously it's going to log them in. We all know as agents, when someone logs in for the first time, it's going to ask them the question of, do you want an iPad? Do you want $250 cash? So it's, kind of cool to have them, hey, which one do you want when you become a superstar? Fantastic. Okay, great. Next one here is agent ID number. You see that on the left corner. Great. Let's go ahead and write that down. And definitely I suggest to save that in your cell phone because every customer, every agent you enroll into the business, you want to make sure you get credit for that agent. So you want to make sure this ID number is really on all the paperwork for those agents that are getting started. Now the next one you see here is a new agent's reason why or their motivation. Now this is very, very important. This is where you're going to want to take some time really to get a chance to know your agent and see what's going to motivate them. What are their hot buttons? Obviously when you're first sitting down with an agent, they're excited, but they're also still skeptical. Sometimes they haven't had any success yet. They haven't got that belief check. What's the belief check? That's really those first couple checks that really make it real for that person when they're getting started. So our goal is to get them to that belief check as quickly as possible, but a lot of times we got to give them that confidence that they did make the right decision. They should feel good about becoming a Seacret agent, that they're on track to really solving some of those financial issues or whatever challenges that they would like. So this is where you get a chance to know them. What are some of their aspirations? What do they want to do? What are some of their motivations? Sometimes if you're sitting down with someone and they feel a little like they don't want to open up, really that gives us our opportunity to open up to them and maybe share what our motivation is or why we got started with Seacret. And you'd be very surprised that when you share your reason why, how quickly other people are very interested now to share their reason why. Now, so you've logged into the back office. Now, one thing you're going to see here, it says, what is active? Now, the reason that is very important is this is really our opportunity to share really the basic part of the compensation plan for a Seacret agent. And the basic part of the compensation plan says that you must be active in order to receive any commissions within the compensation plan. So what is active? Active is placing any personal order of at least 35 in personal volume. Or if your customers spend a certain amount of money per month, then that also keeps you active as well. So you can do it based on what your customers spend, or you can do it based on your purchases. I always recommend agents because if you're out there doing parties, sharing the product with people, typically people are always asking like, hey, can I buy that mud soap? Can I buy that mineral soap? Can I buy that nail kit? Can I buy that salt? No, can I buy it now? I want it retail. I'll give you the cash. I just want the product. So I always recommend, look, when you're buying your products every month to keep your position active, definitely buy products that you know that you're going to be able to sell and resell resell at your wow parties or just from existing customers or people that you meet that may be a little skeptical about becoming a preferred customer, but they do love the products and they do want to buy them from you right then and there. But it's very, very important that that new agent understands that this is just the overhead of running a traditional business. No, we don't have to pay for a website. No, we don't have to pay for any of the traditional things that go onto there, but you do want to keep your position active with these, at least an active $50 order within Seacret. So we recommend, maybe 5 mud soaps, a couple mineral, or a couple mineral soaps, whatever it is that's going to give you a 35 BV order. And so this is the time when you're going to help that agent set up their replenishment. And so it's going to say here, replenishment set up. And this is very important because we want that agent to make as much money as possible. And that's going to happen when they're able to bank volume in their left team and their right team. But if they are not active, they cannot bank that volume and they really don't get any credit for those agents that are driving business, bringing new customers, bringing new agents, that is bringing new volume into their left or right team. So it's very important that they stay active so they really get all the volume banked in both of those organizations. Now, once you set up their replenishment and make sure that their replenishment is set up and they understand the importance of placing an order every 4 weeks, is understand what is qualified. And really qualified really means that you're now qualified to take advantage of the team commissions, which means you have one agent that you've got started on your left and one agent that you've got started on your right. Congratulations, you are now qualified. You can now earn team commissions. So meaning as soon as you have a minimum of 500 in volume on one side of your binary tree, and 1,000 in volume on your other binary tree, congratulations, you're now going to earn your first team commissions. And that happens as a qualified agent. So even though if someone has more than 500 in volume on one side and more than 1,000 in volume on the other, they still do have to be qualified in order to trigger those bonuses. So it's very important that obviously you're staying active, and it's very important that your agents are staying active, so that way everybody stays qualified and they make as much money as possible taking advantage of working with Seacret. So the next thing you're going to go over here is breaking down Superstar. And obviously just going over, what is Superstar? That means, you've gotten started with a premium kit or a special agent kit. And your 2 agents here have also gotten started with a premium kit or a special agent kit. And it also means you've enrolled your first 4 preferred customers. And you did that within your first 4 weeks within Seacret. So very simple. Obviously, we know that really the best kits for people to be getting started with is the premium or the special agent, because truly that's where people duplicate the wow parties. Truly, that's where people are duplicating the wow parties, is really by having the product, sharing the product, and really having confidence, knowing that they don't need to know everything about the product, but as long as they have the product is going to do its job. So really, we know that's the best way for people to get started. Enrolling 4 preferred customers, and congratulations, you're now a superstar. And as we spoke about it earlier, that belief check really comes from checks like Superstar. Really, getting a free iPad mini in the mail. I'm sure you would agree if, working with Seacret in your first month, you got a free iPad mini in the mail. I'm sure you'd be pretty pumped up. You'd probably be telling everybody, man, Seacret's awesome. I just got earned this bonus and I got an iPad mini in the mail as well as a couple $100 in bonuses. Man, I love Seacret. And so I'm sure you'd agree that story. You're going to be telling a lot of people that story, and people are going to be excited to come hear about, what you're doing. Now, the next thing you want to go over is, who do I invite? And really making a list. And one thing that helps when you're sitting down with someone is not just making a list of people that they think need Seacret and need financial opportunity, but also those people that maybe don't need it, but they're just business minded. They're money motivated. They're people that love opportunity. They've been very successful before. A lot of times when you're brand new, it's easiest for you to invite people that you look up to. Because you're new, they don't expect you to know everything. So you can say things like, look, I'm really new. I don't want to confuse you, but I really want to introduce you to the executive that I'm working with and kind of take a look at what I'm doing and really just tell me if I'm making the right move. Let me know if this is the right thing for me. So it's very important that when getting a new agent started, you help them not just make a list, but also make a list of some of their best quality people that they could possibly invite. And then obviously the next thing we're going to go over once we help them make a list is we're going to go over how do I invite, and obviously in the inviting script that also comes with this checklist, we're going to give them examples of what are you going to say, how are you going to say it. Obviously you want to be in a hurry, you want to know what you're inviting them to, you want to use things like, if I could, would you? Look, if I could introduce you, or if I can get you a seat, or if I can give you a link to an invitation-only online webinar, would you take the time to take a look at it? Would you take a look at the information? If I gave you this 5-minute sizzle call, and I know a lot of you guys have heard that Tiffany Malott put together this amazing sizzle call. Hey, if I gave you this call, would you listen to it? Fantastic. So really not just teaching people how to make the list, but also sitting down with an actual written breakdown or written kind of blueprint of how to invite. Because one thing I'll share with you is this: inviting is one of the most important things you can teach a brand new agent, because they know people that would love to buy our products, and they know people that would love to take advantage of Seacret. But if they don't really invite with confidence and really knowing what to say, and especially what not to say, and not to give too much information, and really just kind of saying, look, I want you to take a look at this and be open-minded. People a lot of times have a general habit of giving way too much information, and a lot of times people draw too many conclusions from that too much information, and they think, I don't need to go to that house to fill the products, or I don't need to go to that business overview to hear about the business. I already know what that is. I'm not interested, and I don't know if you should be interested in either, because maybe they've heard of other friends or other people that have done a similar business, but they've never seen Seacret. They've never felt our products. They've never heard about our community and the ownership team of our company, and really what's going on behind Seacret. So it's very, very important that they understand that curiosity did kill the cat, and really the less information, the better it is. And just letting people experience the products, letting people just get in front of the information, and really going over the details of how to invite, what's the best way to invite. And one thing I can highly recommend is role play. Role play almost until the new agent is rolling their eyes and again? Yes, again. Here's why. Because I'd rather you mess up with me when it doesn't cost you any money than mess up with your friends when you never know that friend that you can get started could be the next crown agent. And don't just think about what's in it for you if you happen to sponsor the next crown agent, but think about your friend that could be the next crown agent that's making this ridiculous lifestyle now. But because you invited them the right way, they were open-minded when they looked at the opportunity, and they took advantage of it based on what they saw. But if maybe you didn't invite them the right way and they were closed-minded, maybe they didn't see it the same way,